This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down for this offense. Running to the left. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Orji. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Makes the grab. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Quarterback will audible. They'll put the tight end in motion. To the air on 1st down. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Finds a little space. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
He'll pitch it. And he'll be brought down. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, and now they face a 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Get it out on the screen. Discards a man. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The back goes in motion. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's low. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. Moore will throw. He's got him in the flat. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Running it to the right. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They go right back to him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Gets it out quickly. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Alabama is in serious trouble right now, and by in trouble, I mean this could get uglier than a bad prom date. They're trailing by 13 to Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to go up top on first down. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw that.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's James. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll give it to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's 4th down. Dial up your best 4th down play. Keep this drive going.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Oh, ball's out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's James. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to... something off of this lead before the break. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David's got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take more. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Wants to pass it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and he might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Holds it in. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Getting some heat. Keeps looking downfield. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverine. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Makes his man miss. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Brown will throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down and run. Look out, he's got room. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30.
And the Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Running to the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Brown wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. He's going to take off. On the move at the 30. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Moving away from pressure. Looking for his man in the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
He makes the connection. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll take it himself. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Toss sweep to the right. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Might as well give it to him again. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to chicken.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Off the play fake. Got a man. It's Otis. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, become a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, the things that they got to do more consistently. Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Trying the left side. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Orji. They're trying to get to him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it.
Oh, he wants it all. And that pass intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Going to run it. It's Otis. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback checking off. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Wants to throw. It's Orji. Looking for space to the left. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's low. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Give to the single back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
It's 3rd down.
Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Otis. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on first down. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you know, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football. But now you step out here, you show your team you can bounce back, you can lead, take care of the football, and lead this team to victory.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Now facing a 3rd and long. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. One more play to pad the stats. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just